In this part of the lecture, I am going to discuss about the torque development. In previous lecture, I have discussed about the induced EMF or back EMF generated in the armature of DC machine. So today my topic is to discuss about the how torque is generated and what is the expression of torque of a DC machine. So this relation already we have discussed in previous lecture, and it was related with the induced EMF. Induced EMF was derived and its relation was like this: total induced EMF in the armature, EMF in the armature was phi. Phi is the flux, Z is total number of conductor, P is poles, 60 is constant, A is parallel path. Omega m is the speed of the motor in radian per second. So this converting this whole thing is constant, means induced EMF of a DC machine or back EMF or total back EMF of a DC machine is equal to Ka phi into omega m, where Ka is armature constant and its value is given by this expression. So this lecture already, this derivation and everything was done in previous lecture number 5. So today I am going to discuss what is the expression of torque and how much torque is developed. So this speed is omega m. I have already explained what is omega m. This is omega m motor speed in radian per second, and nm also written motor speed in rpm, rotation per minute. This 2 unit I have written the speed of the motor and explained how you also convert nm into omega m. So the relation was omega m equal to, just you have to multiply by 2 pi into nm and divide by 60. This is the relation between omega m and nm. Now I am going to discuss how torque is produced. So you see, this time I am going to discuss about the developed or electromagnetic torque. So how torque will be generated in armature of the DC machine. Without this torque the machine will not rotate. So for rotation we need torque. So now I am going to discuss about the torque. So torque can very easily calculated. I am just going to explain you how torque is being calculated. So let us see this relation. This is the relation for area per pole. Consider the term shown in the following figure. If this is the figure here and this is your conductor placed here, cross means inside the direction of current, and from here to here it is the radius. So radius and this length, if you multiply 2 pi r, you will get circumference. This is circumference. 2 pi r is the circumference, and suppose the length is L. So if you multiply the circumference by length, it will give you area. So area per pole will be divided by, this is the number of poles. So area per pole is 2 pi r L by P. Flux density is defined as phi by area. So for this flux is for, this is the flux. Now you put the area here, the value of area is 2 pi r L and divided by phi is divided by P is there. So putting this value A here, you will get this relation. Now current per conductor, there are 8 parallel paths. So and conductors are placed in the parallel path. So current per parallel path is, this is IA is armature current, armature current, armature current. So current per parallel path will be IA by A. Therefore the force on the conductor, force already we know BIL. This is the expression for force, Lorentz force, that we have already discussed. BIL. B is the flux density, I is the current, L is the length. So here L is the length, B is the flux density, and current per parallel path is IA by A. The torque developed, torque is force multiplied by the radius. So force is along this. So this force multiplied by this perpendicular distance will be torque. Now I am putting the value of FC. FC is BLIA by A multiplied by R. So you just put here the value of B. What is B? B value is this much. So in this expression, if you put the value of B, B is how much? B is pole multiplied by flux divided by 2 pi R into L, then multiplied by this L, then multiplied by IA, then divided by A. A is the parallel path, and then multiplied by R. I just putted the value of B flux density here. So radius R will be cancel out, L will be also cancel out. So finally what you left, IA, P and phi will be left on numerator, and denominator 2 pi multiplied by A. That is written here. You can see here, it is written here. Now the total torque, this is the torque developed. So total torque will be equal to Z multiplied by, what is Z? Z is the number of conductor. This is for one conductor. So Z is total number of conductors. So just multiplying by this, we get this relation. This is called Z multiplied by P multiplied by phi multiplied by IA divided by 2 pi A. A is, remember that A is parallel path. So here you see all values are constant. Number of conductor is constant. Number of poles are also constant. 2 pi A, these whole things are constant. These things are constant. So it is written as KA. KA already it is shown in previous lecture about the induced EMF of DC machine. So this is called armature constant. So K is constant. So torque developed is, you can say that torque developed, total torque developed is proportional to flux multiplied by current. Flux multiplied by current is called torque. So this torque is proportional to the flux multiplied by armature current. So this torque is, means torque is, this total torque developed is TE proportional to phi into IA. This is one relation you have to keep in your mind. Another relation which I have discussed and derived, that is back EMF, armature EMF, that was proportional to phi into Nm or proportional to phi into omega m. These two equations will be very useful for solving the numericals. Now based on this, these two equations will be very useful. Another relation that I want to show you here is that relation between mechanical power and electrical power developed. This relation is here given. So mechanical, what is mechanical power? PM, mechanical power is angular speed multiplied by the torque and equal to electrical power T EA into IA. So this is omega m. So torque from here we can also write here EA multiplied by IA divided by omega m. So this is called torque. This torque is mechanical torque here. Mechanical power is here equal to electrical power. Means if there is no any loss, so whatever mechanical power is developed, electrical power is obtained at the output side. If it is generator, in case of motor, whatever electrical power we are giving as input side, same mechanical power we are getting at the output side. So if system has no loss, lossless system, then this whatever mechanical power is given, electrical power is taken out. So this is generator, and if it is motor, electrical power is given and mechanical power is taken as output. So now I am going to discuss one numerical based on this relation. So let us consider this example. A lap wound armature is used. Lap wound armature is used in a 6-pole DC machine and 72 coils on armature, each containing 12 turns. The flux per pole in machine is 0.039 Weber and armature rotates at 400 RPM. How many current paths are there in the machine? What is induced EMF? Find the EMF per conductor. So whatever I have discussed till now, everything is included in this question. So question is, here it is given lap wound. So parallel path A, I have written early as a small a. So parallel path will be equal to number of poles. So parallel path will be equal to 6 because machine has 6 pole and winding is lap. So A will be equal to P. Now number of conductors. You see, this is very important thing. Number of conductors Z, 2 multiplied by number of coil multiplied by number of turns per coil. So here you see DC machine and 72 coils on armature, each containing 12 turns. Means 72 conductors are there and each containing, this word has meaning, 72 coils on armature and each containing 12 turns. So 12 turns, here number of coils is 72 and turn is 12. So in one turn, this is 12 turn, so we have to multiply by 2 to get the conductors. So in one turn, 2 conductors are there. So like this, multiply and getting this much value. So just we use this relation, induced EMF in the armature. This relation already we have studied, and every value is given. N is given 400 RPM, pole is 6 multiplied by flux is 0.039, then multiplied by conductor 1728 divided by 60 multiplied. This much is the induced EMF in the machine armature. Now conductor per parallel path is how much? Conductor per parallel path will be divided by 6. So EMF per conductor will be, we have this much EMF, so per conductor will be divided by conductor. So this is the per conductor induced EMF. This relation is very interesting, that your one conductor will produce only 1.56 volt, but we have total voltage 449.28. So just multiply this value by 228, you will get this value. So for one conductor the voltage is 1.54 volt. So this is a very typical relation how to find the voltage induced in DC machine armature, and what is the relation for number of conductors, how we find number of conductors and number of turns. Number of, in one turn 2 conductors are there, so it is multiplied by 2 here, and 72 is number of coils is given here. So this relation shows the whatever we have studied in regarding to the induced EMF in the armature.